Well, this is a different view. What's up, riders? Old Man Ronin here, and welcome back to the channel. Yep, we're on the 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan. I know, right? You know, I've been always wondering what the differences were between these two motorcycles, my 2018 and the 2022. Well, over the next week, we're going to let you know. So we're coming into downtown Mount Vernon again. Looks like their farmers market is going full throttle as usual, and we're going to check the braking and the balance and everything else like we always do on our first ride or first ride home. Bike is, I mean, really easy to maneuver this motorcycle. It just goes wherever you want it to go. It's being so tall, and it just seems to, it's kind of like, what's the best way to say it? It just, I mean, it's really nimble. You don't need much movement whatsoever to get this thing to move, to go side to side or however. And I really do, I mean, it's good for slow maneuvers as well too. It really does a good job. I am very impressed with the way the Himalayans and all through the years have got that similar feel to it. And again, we're not putting our foot down, going really slow, and using the friction zone, and making sure nobody's coming, and we go. I mean, again, like I say, when you've got a bike that's so well balanced, you don't really think about putting your feet down until you come to a dead stop. Like we're coming up right here, we're come to a dead stop, and we're stopped, and now the foot goes down. I think that is really what the important part of it is, because it has such good balance, and I look for that in a lot of motorcycles. I know I was talking to a couple gentlemen there. One of them was a subscriber, and one of them said he's going to be a future subscriber up at Mid-Ohio. And they were telling me that, you know, they left bigger motorcycles to go to the lighter stuff. One bought a Himalayan, and one's really looking strong at the Meteor 350. And what I've told them is, I know a lot of guys who are riding Harleys that are going to these motorcycles simply because they're a lot easier to manage. And I think that's the, in other words, us guys who are getting older, we still love riding, man. Those big old Harleys and those big old Goldwings, man, are just really hard to hold up anymore. And nobody wants to ride a trike. I mean, unless... No, I'm just kidding. I'll shut up now. Go! But as far as the way that the motorcycle rides, my first impressions, it's really similar. The seat feels a little bit different. I don't know if they immediately put whoops, start out in second gear. Well, that shows you the power of the torque of the Himalayan. Oh my God. I did that in the last video too on my ride home. I must be an idiot.
You're an idiot!
Again, typical Himalayan, great low end torque. Pulling you through the gears. This is a phenomenal motorcycle. But you already knew that, because I have one. But it does feel a little different in the seat, and I don't know. I feel like I'm sitting lower, and I don't know. That just does feel. But my knees aren't touching the bars, which is a good thing. Like on my bike, I have to make sure I really scoot back as far as I can, because my knees hit these tank guards once in a while when I start sliding into it, which is one of the reasons why I would rather have a flat seat than a seat that's like this. I don't need to be locked into this. I want to be able to move around, and that becomes a personal preference, which is why I'm encouraging Royal Enfield to make an option for that. Keep the base the way that it stands right now, but as an accessory, you know, like a tinted windshield, or, you know, or wider foot pegs, or, you know, crash bars, things like that. Have an opportunity to have a taller seat that's near flush for guys like me who can slide back and forth, and more like a dirt bike. I think that would be beneficial to me more than anything else, and I really wish they'd do that. Hopefully they are listening to me, but doubtful. So we're in third gear here, throttling up. There's 70 mile an hour going up the hill. Yeah, the bike does 70 really easy. Take her up to 6,000 RPM. There's 80 mile an hour. So yeah, I mean, that's what's up. She will do it. That 411cc engine just gets it, baby. I mean, is it as smooth as the Meteor, the J Series? No. But I still don't get a lot of vibration in the handlebars. And I think a lot to do with that with these bar end weights. That means a big difference. But I don't get it in the seat at all. And I don't get into pegs much at all either. But I still have enough tactile response that I know when to shift without even looking at the tack. Like I say, the only time I use the tack, guys, is for you. I don't use it for myself. I never have. We get up here, we'll do a hard brake, because this bike has ABS, mine does not. And I think it's switchable, which I'll have to look online to figure out how to do that. Again, I just jump on these bikes and go. I don't get any lessons, if you will. So when I find out stuff on the bike, I let you know. I like it that way. We learn together. Get around this corner here and hit the brakes hard. Or maybe quicker if that truck pulls out. And throttle in, brakes on. It still has the Himalayan notorious soft rear brake. No doubt about that. Like I said, it's not a deal breaker. Hey, I turned my turn signal off. It's not a deal breaker by any stretch, because I'm so used to it. It brakes exactly the same as mine did. I did put new brake pads on mine, and I brake a lot faster now. But brakes good, balance is good. You don't have to put your foot down until the last possible moment. I'm telling you though, what this bike loves 55, 60 miles an hour, just like the Meteor does, and just like the classic 350. It really loves that speed. It's in its comfort zone. It's sitting back saying, man, I'm enjoying myself. And I think that's where this bike is really meant, at those particular speeds. It runs great there. It does its best performance there. As far as I mean, it's running it just a little. Right now I'm doing 55. It's just right at 4,000 RPM. It's having a happy day. It's enjoying life. It's celebrating. It's just it's in its realm. 55 and 60, which is primarily 99% of the roads that I ride. And like I said, this thing's as smooth as silk when it's at that speed. No issue whatsoever. It's still maneuverable as I'm used to. Again, we got a little bit of we'll hit another hard brake coming down here. The trail braking is the same. Loads up nice and easy. Hard brake. Boom. Nothing to it, Sonny Pruitt. throttle's up good. I mean, you're hitting there without any issue whatsoever. You're hitting there 60 to 70 miles an hour, even in 4th gear. So it's got room to wiggle. So all you numbers guys that complains about the low horsepower, look at the torque, because there's the difference. Thing's got a tremendous amount of torque compared to horsepower, and that's why it makes it a better mule than it does a thoroughbred. And I mentioned that in several different videos. Well, I call this my tractor, my mule, my pack mule, if you will, when you got the panniers on it, because you can load so much stuff. Or Iron Lady and I, when we go to our wineries and stuff, because it really does do every situation that we can encompass on an. In other words, if there was only one bike in our stable, that the way that I ride, it would be this one, because the fact that it does the gravel that I love to do so much. And it can do, with the panniers, it can do long distance trips. Again, not necessarily really long extended times at 70 mile an hour plus, but as far as everything else in between, the bike can do it without question. Let's see. Well, standing up, I miss my risers. But other than that, oh, no issue whatsoever. And it's kind of fun. You know, if you get a little cramp in your leg, the only thing that I wish that the Himalayan had better than this is I wish they had a little bit wider pegs that came stock. But again, that's one of the things that you can buy aftermarkets for. And, you know, you can't have everything. Not at this price. Here's my favorite part of this road. It's where this creek and the high wall meet. Oh, it's just so pretty back here. Really do enjoy it. You know, something else as I just thought about here is I'm getting ready to go around this corner here to get on some gravel. If my battery lasts, I think I might change the battery here first. We'll come up here and stop. But I want to test these seat tires, because I've never ever used a seat tire, you know, the more all-purpose version. So let's go over here and let's change the battery on that front camera and look at the battery on the back, and then get her started. So, be right back, guys. Well, one thing I noticed right away before we start out here after changing the batteries is the fact that that kickstand is shorter. And man, I got to get one of them on my 2018. That is a big, big difference, because to be honest with you, that it gives you the little willies sometimes where you park that thing. All right, here we go. Our first real trip on gravel. We'll see how she handles. Well, we're getting a little bit more shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. It does a shimmy, shimmy, shake than we do on our 700 series tires. There's no doubt about it. But it does remind me of the original MT60s that was on my bike, which they went to these seats now. So again, I'm going back through my mind on how it felt, and that's kind of exactly how it felt. It was a little bit more shaky, shaky, shaky. Yeah. Yeah, we're running at 30 mile an hour, which is about right. I can run faster with the, yeah, you can see the shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake in the front end here. I can run faster with my 700s, no doubt about it. But it's still manageable. So that's the biggest thing right away. Well, that and the without a doubt, the kickstand. Man, the kickstand on this is so much better. I'll have to look when I get home, see if it's even possible to change them, do an actual a measurement to see. Stand up a little bit. See, I like to put my weight back a little bit. Oh yeah, look how, dude, seriously, look how pretty this is. Don't you wish you were me? Oh, it's so nice. Engine braking works great, just like mine. That's what these bikes are meant for and known for. Again, when you're riding in gravel, guys, you want to make sure you try to keep your bike as straight up and down as possible, because leaning means loss of footprint. Using the bike's strengths, which is engine braking, low end torque, and like I say, I like to go all over the road here, just to give an example. You know, there's places in the road that is a little bit easier to ride, where there's more dirt and hard packed dirt than there is gravel, but that's not the whole idea of this video. We're trying to show you how it behaves in all the gravel. So we sometimes go into the roly-poly stuff as well too, just to give you an idea. And you are going to get that shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. That's just part of the deal, guys. That's part of the deal. What I want to always tell people is to ride your ride. If you don't have a lot of experience on gravel, take it nice and slow until you do. And the reason I say that's because the only person that's going to push you is yourself. And don't listen to your buddies if they want to go super fast in gravel, if they've got a lot of experience. Ride your own ride. Take your time. Learn how to do it first. I have a lot of friends that's bought in some Himalayans recently, and they always ask me, I said, man, I don't have much time. Take your time. You don't have much time on gravel? Take your time. Make it enjoyable, not a fear. You don't want to be clenching your butt cheeks the entire time you're riding, because that ain't any fun at all. Anyway, off the gravel now, but it's just the bike does remarkably well. It's one of the things I love most about the Himalayan, that it does super job in the gravel. It really does. Yeah, like I said, the main differences I'm seeing right now as far as my first ride reaction on a 2022, the seat feels different. That's a definite sure, and I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because I have a touring seat on mine, and that's very possible. You know what? I have a spare seat since I have the touring seat. Maybe I'll flop it out and see if there's any difference in feel. That would be a good test, and we'll do that. Second thing is, without a doubt, that shorter kickstand is a huge difference in personal security, meaning that I don't feel like the bike's going to fall over. I think that's a really good addition to the model line. The tripper, to me, is a non-factor, to be honest with you, because I use my phone or a Garmin when I'm using GPS. It's cool for around town, and if you're just learning how to do navigation with GPS, then obviously it's really cool. I like it better on the Meteor than I do the Himalayan. That's what I'll say. But I have a whole video on that. As far as startups, no issue, but then again, my 2018 doesn't have any issue either. Seating position, exactly the same. The way it feels in the gravel, exactly the same, minus the tires. Like I said, I do feel like I'm pushed a little farther forward than on mine, and that may be specifically because of my touring seat. And I feel like I'm a little lower too. I don't know. Maybe again, it's just me. Well guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video today. It's been a tremendous lot of fun making. If you did, make sure you give us a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification button, share and comment. Stay tuned, guys, for the next couple videos on the 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan. I think you're going to have a lot of fun watching. Until next time, ride safe and keep her on two wheels, baby.